what I want to talk about now is quite hard for me. I think I talked about my illness in another video, but what happened this weekend to me was quite bad, so it's not even a problem about my illness, but a problem about how women are treated in the world, not even nowadays, but since forever. Even philosophers tried to solve the problem, never could. I can't remember which philosophers there are. Oh god. Platon? I'll have to look it up again. But a lot of some of the first philosophers try to say so many things about the issue about men and women, and I think we'll never get out of this mess. But basically, I'll tell you what happened. This video will not be seen for the moment. I hope it will be seen one day, because it has to be seen for the sake of women, for the sake of bipolars. I do that face because it's hard for me to say it. I guess it's like someone who has AIDS or someone who has cancer, or I don't know. It's just a really hard difficult illness. So this weekend I went in the club I love. As usual, I go there every Friday and every Saturday, and I usually hang in the hall at the entrance with the bouncers because I find them handsome, and obviously I was in my up at that moment. When I usually am a little bit in my up when I'm clubbing. Well, I'm up and down obviously, but I'm a bit more up than down. So I hang with the bouncers, and what I've been doing for several months. The problem is that a few months ago, when I was really maniac, so not myself, really not, I can't really remember, but I used to talk really fast. I used to from what I remember, that's the thing. I used to that's the most important thing. I used to chat up guys. That's the word I was thinking of. I used to chat up guys. I chatted up the barman. I chatted up nearly all the bouncers. I chatted up loads of guys in the club. I chatted up other bouncers from other clubs, and obviously because it's a small town, they all know each other from all the clubs. They talk to each other. So what happened this weekend is that I was in the hall. I was chatting to the guy I like, because I actually like one of the bouncers, like really like him. Like, it's not, well, I fancy him, whatever. But that's the other thing I'm going to talk about afterwards. And so they were laughing, and I was like, why are you laughing? And the guy I like said, "Il y a des dossiers sur toi," in French. And I said, that means, oh god, how do you say that? We've been talking about you, or stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, what have you been saying? And finally he told me, after a long time, he told me that apparently well, no, he didn't say, he said, so how's him? How is he? And I was like, I don't know, one of them I talked to him, and the other guy walked me home. But I was really crazy then, so I wouldn't do that now, but I was really crazy, so even that was even crazy. But it's not that crazy when you think about it, just talking to a guy and, okay, talking sexually to a guy, okay, and being walked back by a total stranger, okay, it is kind of crazy. But the thing is, I think what has been said is that they must have said that they slept with me. Full stop. And end of story. And I think a lot of guys have been saying that about me, unfortunately. And so it hit me back in the face this weekend, because now that I'm kind of clear-minded, I don't know if I'll ever be clear-minded. It's weird because when you take drugs, you eventually come clean. I mean, you get out of the, how do you say? So you're high. Okay, so say you take cannabis, and then so you're high, and then you come back to earth. So when I was maniac, well, now I'm a bit more clear-minded, but I'm still not really that clear-minded because I still have my ups and downs. So it's like being high, or on drugs, I'm gonna say, because drugs can be like really weird, all over the place. So it's like being on drugs all the fucking time. So it's weird being on drugs all the time. And actually, that's the honest. And schizophrenics, I guess it's even worse. It's 10 times worse, I'm guessing, because I've had a little bit of what they have, and I'm guessing. So yeah, so you it's like you're flying. You never. So all your life you're never gonna be you. It's awful. And the thing is, I think I'm gonna cry right now, because the thing is, so they've been talking a lot. They were laughing. Okay, that's very funny. Ha ha ha. But the other thing. So okay, obviously I wasn't myself, but they don't. But some of the guys, I've told them, they don't care. Or they don't realise, they don't know. And so the other thing I want to talk about is that the other issue is that I'm a woman. So obviously if I was a guy and I did that, I would maybe be cool, I would be like a player, I would be like, yeah, a really cool guy. And I'm a woman, so they haven't said that to my face, but I'm guessing they've been saying that behind my back, that I'm a slut, that I'm a bitch, that I'm like they say in France, fille facile, salope. It's the same things as in English, what I've just said in English, but easy girl, like just sleeps with anyone, like une traînée. And I hate that word traînée in French, because oh yeah, une pute, yeah, a bitch, how do you say pute? It's a prostitute. But what's the slang for prostitute in English? Yeah, it's bitch, isn't it? Anyway, but I feel like the words in French are even harsher than in English. And the word traîner, I find it awful because what I feel right now is that's because I'm a bit mixed. I'm a bit depressive as well. So for me, traîner is like on te traîne par les cheveux. Oh, I'm speaking French. I'll translate later. On te traîne comme ça, on s'en fout, on te traîne, on s'en fout de toi, tu t'es par terre. And so basically, if you die, we don't give a shit. So yeah, traîner is means, if I translate, is I don't really know. Well, I just feel like it means. Well, I just, in my mind, I see it because that's what it can mean as well. We pollute by the hair on the ground. I just that's my image of traîner. And so for me, if a slut that I hate, well, anyway, that word, it shouldn't exist, or a slut, a pute, a salope, traîner, a bitch, a prostitute, even, well. If we die, they don't give a shit. Or if we did die, it would be like, oh, she was a bitch anyway, don't give a shit, she was just a slut. She, look, she looked for it. So why do women have that etiquette? I don't know how you say in English, for fuck's sake. That thing on their heads and not men. That's unfair. That sticker. Why women have to all be virgins? So we can't do what we want with our bodies, we just... Emma Watson, in her speech at the United Nations, said that women should be allowed to do what they want of their bodies, but the thing is, we shouldn't even say it. It should be obvious and it should be normal. Why should a fucking actress say that at the United Nations and everyone applaud her when it should be just normal for a long time. But there's so many things that are unfair in life, so that's not the only thing. But so I'm a woman and I'm bipolar, so I'm fucked basically, and I fucked over my life, I fucked over my job, I fucked over everything. So for the sake of women in on Earth, on the planet, please watch this video one day. I don't know who